Every game doesn't ever seem to rest. Is Eric Garcia getting forward? Been really impressed with Eric Garcia's offer down that right-hand side.
Good, he gets into the right positions, and his quality, I mean, is surprising when it comes to crossing the ball, particularly when it's first time and it's into his path, and he can cross the ball on the run. Interesting watching Dani Olmo. I thought it might change, didn't think it would change, and Dani Olmo has to do better in the second half. He's being man-to-man marked by the goal scorer, Alberto Reina. Dani Olmo is enjoying it at the moment. He's not enjoying the close attention paid to him by Oviedo's number 5.
Hassan, he's coming a long way. Denied by Joan Garcia. It was reminiscent of the assist that Hassan provided here for Leander Dendoncker in the game against Real Sociedad. He picked up the ball and kept running and running and running. He almost did it again there.
It's a fantastic break. As I said in the first half, despite being penned back by Barcelona, when they did get the ball wide to Hassan and Chira, they did have a threat down the flanks. A lot of hard work from those two as well, because they're doing their defensive duties as well. And it's not easy then to provide a threat going the other way. On the odd occasion, your team do have possession.
Here's De Jong to Marcus Rashford. Rashford finding space. He'll take the shot on Willy. Still Rashford. In the end, he's dispossessed. Had a chance to get a shot away, Marcus Rashford. His pressing wins the throw for Barcelona. Official attendance. There's a full house tonight at the Carlos Tartiere. De Jong. Rafinha. Still Rafinha. Hit the post in the first half with a shot from that kind of distance, Rafinha, but didn't take it on there. And now Hassan might be in, just unable to control that.
Well, identical attacks from Barcelona, isn't it? First it was Rashford who didn't take on the shot and then was dispossessed. Then Rafinha did pretty much exactly the same part of the pitch. Their instincts tonight, Barcelona, haven't been at their best, that's for sure.
Martin.
It's clever from Danny Olmo. He's gone and played out there on the ball. He went out on the right wing and said to Alberto Reno, "You're going to follow me here." He didn't. He gets on the ball.
Here's Pedri. Don battling with Araujo and handball.
Yep, clear handball. Little nudge from Rondon.
Baldacci, Lewandowski and Jules Koundé warming up. They were 2-0 down on match day 2 at half-time against Levante. They scored in the 49th and 52nd minute of the second half. So it was a very, very quick turnaround after the break for Barcelona in that game. With the pass blocked by Reina. He's getting through a lot of work in midfield, the Oviedo number 5. And he is again. Clean upfield by Carmo.
You can run that faster, that harder, that further distance when you've got this hope of an unbelievable scoreline against Barcelona. Of course, Alberto Reno backed by the fact that he has the hope that he's going to be the match winner. I mean, it's not been a bright start for Barcelona in the second half. It doesn't look fluent. I thought Frankie de Jong coming on would change things instantly, but that hasn't been the case. We saw Hansi Flick there looking deep in thought, wasn't he? He was trying to ponder his next change, his next decision.
See, Hassan is constantly looking for the space behind Gerard Martin. A lot of those attacks coming down the right-hand side for Oviedo. They continue in this second half. Rondon with the flick. The offside flag is up immediately. So Rondon goes down. It's a very tight offside call.
Yeah, I think he is the correct one in it, and for the assistant referee's benefit, he was right in front of him, wasn't it? Perfect view. Rondon, I didn't imagine was going to be able to go to full 90 anyway, but he's got knocked clearly now.
Very interested to see if he scores tonight, if he celebrates, because he confessed last year he didn't celebrate a goal he scored against Barcelona when he was playing for Malaga in 2012, because he's a massive Barcelona fan.
Guarantee you he would celebrate.
Let's see. There's still time, as it's floated in and cleared only as far as Pedri.
He's played a few games now. He needs a goal. He'd be desperate for a goal, and if it comes against Barcelona, he'd be absolutely thrilled. So.
Olmo. Did you ever score against the team you support?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you celebrate?
Yes. It was the done thing back then.
Of course.
Yeah.
Rondon does well, holding up the ball and almost finding Elias.
We had Rafa Mir the other week, didn't we? Celebrating against the team who is scoring against Sevilla for Elche. He's on loan from Sevilla Elche. That didn't go down well.
No. Here is De Jong to Pedri. Rafinha. just about cleared.
Kind of feel they have to get Lewandowski on now, don't you?
Yes, with those kinds of balls.
Yeah. Of course, he's going into the box and.
Here's Pedri with a space to turn. Olmo. Garcia. Back to Pedri. In towards Ferran. Well watched by Bailly.
He's been excellent, hasn't he, Eric?
Absolutely.
I was mystified as to why he wasn't starting in the previous games. I know he signs late on in the transfer window. I don't know what type of pre-season he'd had. He looks in good shape now. Still relatively young age as well. He's only 31. He's not to be 35 and not Rondon and 40 in the case of Cazorla.
There's Rashford. Araujo at left wing. And it's a great save from Escandel, but Eric Garcia is there, and the equaliser for Barcelona. Ronald Araujo at left wing playing the ball in. Ferran is involved. And Eric Garcia bundles home.
They've got all the spaces covered. They think they've got a plan, Oviedo. And then Araujo is left wing and Eric Garcia's tapping in at the far post. Be interesting to see who does claim the goal. Well, Eric Garcia certainly is claiming the goal. You see Araujo there up against Dendoncker, gets the beating of him. Ferran Torres does really well. It doesn't go across the line. It needs finishing from Eric Garcia. And he wasn't shy in telling his teammates it was my goal. He runs away pointing to himself on his chest, and he's right to do so. I talked about his instincts earlier though. From set pieces, it's the second ball from a set piece. He plays like a striker, and why not? While you're in there, have those instincts as a person that's in the penalty box that should be looking to score a goal.
There might be another one here for Rafinha, saved by Aaron Escandé. Here is Santi Cazorla. Oviedo trying to recover from the disappointment of conceding that equaliser. Scored twice in the league last season, Eric Garcia, and twice in the Champions League as well.
We've got Rashford mark, we've got Rafinha mark, Daniel picking up, someone's picking it close to Ferran Torres. Oh, who's picking up Araujo on the left wing, and Eric Garcia tapping in at the far post. The plan won't change from Oviedo though. They'll gladly take the draw if they can get that. They'll still look to attack on the break, but they're not going to be very frequent, the attacks now.
Here's Rashford cutting inside. Rafinha dinks it in. It's a lovely header. Wasn't enough power on it from Ferran Torres to beat Aaron.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. You just got to guide it on, and in some cases it's better to get a thinner touch so he just glances towards the far post. It is non-stop pressure now from Barcelona. The crowd weren't happy that the assistant referee didn't give the offside there. They are being quicker to retreat in the second half, Oviedo. I wouldn't imagine Cazorla is going to be able to do the 90 minutes at this pace. He normally is a player that comes off the bench to join in the game.
Olmo forcing Eric Garcia back. We said it had been an impressive performance so far from Eric Garcia. That goal, just elevating it. Being not just impressive, but extremely important as well. Pedri. Rafinha. De Jong. About to hit the hour mark. And there will surely be changes not far away. De Jong. Space here for Gerard Martin. Just couldn't control it first time. Finds Rashford. It's crowded out, Marcus Rashford, but keeps it in. He would have been offside, which is why he's left it. Rondon's won the header, it's fallen to Elias. And Oviedo do here, well, he's just out-muscled by Araujo. Too strong. Lucas Aijado does well to win the ball back. Now a chance for Hassan to charge forward. Still Hassan into the area. Winning a much-needed corner for Oviedo.
He's been impressive again tonight. Hassan, and he has been this season. 23-year-old, it's really causing Gerard Martin problems, and that's a risky challenge from Gerard Martin. Going to ground in that situation, he kind of gets away with it, you know, in the fact that he's just a corner. Stay on your feet in that position.
Getting glimpses to see why Hassan was voted by fans as Oviedo's player of the season last season. Not huge numbers, 4 goals and 3 assists, but he's just got something electric about him. By Cazorla. Out to Reina, who shoots! For a second there, it felt like deja vu. Reina with a beautiful hit. Jean Garcia getting it at the second attempt. And there's loads of space here for Rafinha into the area. Rafinha again, Eric Bailly with a huge challenge.
I expected a goal there. 1 against 1, penalty area. Rafinha didn't really do a lot to shift Eric Bailly. Alberto Reina there. Jean Garcia just about gets away with it. I think there's a slight wobble on the ball as it's heading towards the goalkeeper. He's able to grasp it at the second attempt. Most of his work tonight has been chasing Dani Olmo, closing down Dani Olmo, man-to-man marking Dani Olmo. But he scored, and nearly scored the second there. Yeah, Rafinha in the penalty box, 1 against 1. Against a defender with no cover. I expected a drop of the shoulder and a finish from the Brazilian.
Here's Pedri.
Saw Eric Bailly immediately after winning that challenge, screaming at his fullback, asking the question, where are you? Where have you gone? Don't go chasing the game. Don't go tearing off up the pitch to try and get the winning goal. Keep a solid back four in place.
Mindful to Ferran here, trying to take it in his stride. Strength from Eric Bailly once again. Finding Rondon with the pass. He's won the foul. Cazorla wanted the pass. It didn't come. That will do for Oviedo. Changes afoot. Ilic coming on for Oviedo, a double change for them. So Quasi Sibo. Off goes Santi Cazorla.
I feel like joining in. Wonderful player. He's up against Pedri tonight. Talent, skill level is pretty similar. 18 years difference though between the two of them. The 22-year-old Pedri up against the 40-year-old Santi Cazorla, and it's been an even match between them. Not directly up against each other, of course, but playing in a similar area of the pitch.
We'll see. How the changes affect the formation for Oviedo. Towards Rondon, who brings the ball down. Just shoved off by Araujo, but the flag was up anyway.
Yeah, I think that challenge was from Araujo, knowing full well that it was going to be offside. It's a risky challenge again.
Robert Lewandowski has come on for Rafinha. See the Polish centre forward sooner rather than later.
Looks like Rashford's gone on the right.
Yeah.
Twin strike force maybe of Ferran Torres and Lewandowski. At the moment, as I was looking at the shape, Gerard Martin was left wing. Ferran Torres just dropped to the left.
Here is Rashford.
I think that's how it'll be. Ferran Torres to play off the left. Lewandowski down the middle. Dani Olmo playing where he has been playing in the number 10 role. Rashford to swap to the right side.
Confirmation that it was Hassan who's been replaced by Kwasi Sibo, not Rondon. Illich on for Oviedo. Paid €2 million for him from Red Star Belgrade this summer. She played against Barcelona last season in the Champions League for Red Star Belgrade. A 5-2 defeat. To press. Barcelona coming forward. Ferran. Rashford.
I think the left side of attack is the position for Barcelona to attack. Lucas, the right back from Oviedo, is tucking in too close to his centre-backs. Illich has been asked to come on and play a little bit more defensive than the impressive Hassan. On the left side, not a problem at all. Ilias Chiera and Al Hassani on the left flank have been a good pair. Down the right flank for Oviedo, it doesn't look as secure. I'm actually surprised how much Lucas is pushing into attacking positions. With the scoreline 1-1, if they're losing it, yeah, I get it. Just over 20 minutes to go. I'm surprised how advanced he has been. I'm sure Paunovic is hauling him back, making sure he stays in position. If he isn't, I definitely know Eric Bailly is. You can see now he's tucked in, he's playing almost alongside Ferran Torres. There's loads of space down the left flank, and Oviedo should be glad it's not Balde playing on the left back position.
First ever La Liga start for Lucas Aijado at right back at the age of 30 as well, as the ball comes into Lewandowski. What a header from Robert Lewandowski. Beautiful ball in. A stunning finish from the Polish forward, and Barcelona have turned it round.
My jaw dropped, because we've barely seen Lewandowski, but you do know that's why they put him on. It's probably why Hansi Flick has to start him more often, despite the fantastic form from Ferran Torres. If the ball goes in the penalty box and there's a chance, a half chance, you just know how efficient he is going to be. In terms of technique, every technique you need as a centre-forward, Lewandowski has. Every technique you need to be the perfect centre-forward in the penalty box, he has. Movement, technique with the header, power with the header. Frenkie de Jong, they're both on the same wavelength. There's a little bit of space that Frenkie de Jong can clip the ball into, because he knows exactly the movement Lewandowski's going to use. He's going to show. He wants the ball in that area. And you know he's going to get across his defender. Eric Bailly has been impeccable in this game. But you drop your guard for a split second against Lewandowski, and it's just, to him, it's the easiest thing in the world to do, and we all know it isn't.
It's his third league goal of the season, Robert Lewandowski. And he has not been starting.
He barely started, hasn't he? I missed some through injury. And because of the good form of Ferran Torres, maybe it's allowed Hansi Flick time to ease Lewandowski back rather than rushing him back, because it's a long season, and of course it's going to be hugely important. At the same time, you know, Lewandowski is watching Mbappe score goals, he's watching Ferran Torres score goals, and he wants to be Pichichi, he wants to be the leader when it comes to the attacking lineup for Barcelona. And when he's had his opportunities this year, 2 from the bench against Valencia, 1 from the bench tonight, he's still got it.
He has still got it, Robert Lewandowski. And Barcelona turn things around here. There is Aijado for Oviedo. And we know how they've struggled for goals this season. They need another now, the hosts.
Now he can get forward. He has to get forward. But he was doing it when they were winning 1-0. He was doing it at 1-1. That's Aijado I'm talking about. He's racing forward in the second half, and there wasn't any need to. As you said, the 30-year-old right back from the youth system. Did you say this is his first game in the top
First
flight?
start, yeah.
First start in top flight football for Oviedo. He was going for glory.
Another substitution for Barcelona. Let's see who Jules Koundé is coming on for. And it is for Gerard Martin.
I'm not surprised at that. Now, will Eric Garcia change position? Yes.
All over the top, looking for Lewandowski and finding him as well, using his body to get ahead of Eric Bailly. Eric Garcia then at left back. He's played at right back this game. He's played at centre back this season.
Can play holding midfield.
Seen him there as well.
Scores a goal, puts a cross in.
Just the kind of player you want in your squad. Here he is, finding Ferran.
I must admit, I never thought he was going to be the quality to play for Barcelona. He was going to be just short of that, but he's proved me wrong. I'm happy to admit I was wrong. I remember getting knocked about as a centre-back and thinking that that's not the answer. He's not strong enough, he's not powerful enough. He's really developed well, great attitude.
Rashford driving it in, it might fall to Ferran. by Rondon as the battle with him and Araujo continues.
I thought Ferran Torres was going to make more of that clash where he attempts to have the shot.
Yes. This here. Wow. He kicks Reina, doesn't he?
Yeah, there actually wasn't much of a complaint from Ferran Torres, was there?
More changes. Elias goes off to be replaced by Brecalo. Like Reina, the goal scorer, replaced by Forés. Alex Forés. Some fresh legs for Oviedo in these last 15 minutes. Sibo. Alejado looking for Forés. Cleared by Joan Garcia, his first half error becoming an increasingly distant memory. The offside flag stays down here. Here's Brecalo, ball in. Cleared by Araujo. There's no foul there. Brecalo, and it might fall to Rondon. Can he get the shot away? It's deflected.
Barcelona appealing for anything and everything. That might be a foul. Possibly was a foul against Ferran Torres. But then it was last-ditch defending. As you see by there, is considerably late on Frenkie de Jong. Probably offside as well. Player in the middle, clearly offside, but even out Brecalo and the wide position was in an offside position. Then we see the tussle. Is Pedri backing in? Is he being hauled to the floor? A bit of both. He took off Alberto Reina, the player that was designated to be the man marker, and Dani Olmo. So that's freed up Olmo now. They had no choice but to put more attacking players on. They're going to give it a go, Oviedo, that's for sure.
Here is Lewandowski. He's gone for goal from an almost impossible angle. He did well to even get it on target from there.
I think there was a little complaint from Ferran Torres that he was available at the far post, and I think Lewandowski tries to pretend that he was attempting to cut it back. Not fooling anyone with that. That was a shot.
The offside flag stays down for the moment. Brecalo into the area. Can he find a teammate? It doesn't fall to Rondon. Appealing for offside, Barcelona players.
Appealing for a throw-in, I think, as well. It did look like the ball had gone out of play. They hesitated. They've allowed Oviedo to continue the attack. Oviedo are piling on the pressure now. Similar to the start of the game, wasn't it? This is how Oviedo started the match.
Alejado, dispossessed by Frenkie de Jong. Now there might be space for Pedri as he gets forward. Rashford coming forward as well. Switched out to Koundé. And here's Olmo. Raymond Rondon with a crunching challenge.
I'm amazed the referee allowed a second or two there before stopping it, because it looks a clear foul, didn't it? It was untidy challenge, wasn't it? But it was severe contact.
It seemed to come out of nowhere. There.
And Koundé does tread on the ball. It's an untidy piece of control, but completely floored by Rondon. And the referee allowed play to continue, and then a second or two later did give the free kick. Rafinha's not on the pitch to come up with his own version of a set piece, which hasn't been successful in the last couple of games when he's decided to take control and try some variation. Ferran Torres is probably behind Rafinha and Rashford in the queue normally, but is he going to take control on this one? Clearly looks like he is.
He fancied it. In the end, follow up. Wide from Ferran Torres.
I'm surprised at how untidy it is for Barcelona. And they've done well to get back on level terms. They've done well to get themselves ahead, but they're not making a great job of seeing out the game in comfort. And we know how they normally do that. Starve the other team of possession.
And if you would have said to Oviedo at the start of the game, you go into the last 10 minutes a goal down, they might have taken that.
And just keep pumping the ball in behind.
They are still in this match, Oviedo. Here's Rashford. Watched by Raheem. Garcia. Pedri, watched by Dendonka. Koundé wants it. Space for the...
This is just what Barcelona needed, wasn't it? Slow the game down, slow the tempo down. Don't allow Oviedo possession. Get Pedri and De Jong playing Rondo in the middle of the pitch.
Back with Koubarsi. Long spell of controlled possession here for Barcelona. Space now for Dani Olmo. Koundé.
When it gets to this stage and you've had possession as long, you don't want to be the one to give the ball away, so you're reluctant to take a shot and reluctant to take a defender, and as we're seeing now with Rashford and one or two others.
And also when it's the 83rd minute and you're 2-1 up, don't necessarily need to take any risks.
Still quite a long time to go though. We're talking 10 minutes to play keep ball. 10 plus minutes probably. There we go.
All over the top.
Got the ball back. They're not going to be worried about possession. They're going to get the ball forward as quickly as they possibly can. Can Barcelona win it back quickly again?
Flores running out of space. Two substitutes combining there. Barcelona have the ball back. All the way back to Joan Garcia. Barcelona not afraid to go back in order to go forward. There's Koundé. De Jong calling for it. To Rashford, to Koundé. De Jong chipping it in towards Lewandowski. Okay, Maron Escandé.
the degree of difficulty from that pass from De Jong to Lewandowski was nearly impossible. It didn't get there, but it weren't a bad attempt from the striker. Being slightly pulled by Eric Bailly as well. To play that ball over the top, down the middle of defence, before the goalkeeper can come out and intercept us. Actually, if they couldn't do it, then no one could.
Brekalo looked like he wanted to take that throw in quickly, but then there was absolutely no one around. Guisejado taking it in the end. It is a bit of a waste of a promising situation for Oviedo. They're beginning to look a little bit deflated. It is just one goal. Do they have the belief to go for the equaliser?
It's Dendoncker again. I think there should be cover. The right back, 24, is on the edge of the penalty area. In nowhere near the position he should be. So it was slightly harsh on Dendoncker that we kind of took the mickey a little bit. That Ronald Araujo was able to drop his shoulder, get to the bar and put the cross in. Araujo is a quick player anyway. But Dendoncker didn't have a teammate in position to help.
Pedri finding Olmo. Lewandowski. They will just hold on to the ball until they spot some space. Lewandowski giving it away, but covered by Eric Garcia is Jules Koundé. Rashford is off the pitch.
It's clearly the way he was pulled, wasn't it? As he was trying to shield the ball from going out of play. Raheem Al-Hassani is the player who's got physical, Marcus Rashford.
And it's Rashford back to his feet. And Lewandowski pulling it back, and Eric Garcia might get there.
It probably should have been Dani Olmo, but he was flat-footed, and Eric Garcia, the right back, left back, centre midfield player, was quicker and sharper and run past Dani Olmo to get in the box.
Maybe we're going to see attacking midfielder Eric Garcia as well.
And physio.
Bailly, as we said, his first game of the season. As we see this magnificent header from Robert Lewandowski to get it right in the top corner like that.
See the point, the little point to Frankie de Jong, Lewandowski.
Stick it in there, and Araujo has stuck it in the back of the net. And that is game, set and match for Barcelona. Ronald Araujo heading home. A goal which guarantees all 3 points on a night where they've been made to work by Oviedo. But in the end, they've come through.
Yep, that's where tiredness kicks in. They lack concentration. They've made numerous changes. They're not as organised on the defending set pieces as they were for the first 60 minutes of the game. Eric Bailly suffering from cramp. They're tired, they're weary, and they just switch off here. It's Quasi Sibo, one of those substitutions. The number 6 there up against Ronald Araujo. And Araujo shows great strength, aggression, determination, and similar to Lewandowski's header, great technique as well. Glances it away from the dive of Escandé. And it wraps up proceedings for Barcelona, but it's taken to the 89th minute for them to do so in this game. Far tougher than I expected. A little bit of both. Oviedo have raised their game. Barcelona haven't been at their best, but it looks as if they've just got enough in the locker now to get all 3 points.
First goal of the season for Ronald Araujo. was the first goal of the season for Eric Garcia as well. We've now had 9 different goal scorers already for Barcelona. Here's Rashford. Olmo. Sibo. Finding Brecalo. And will charge forward. There are players forward, and here is Lucas Aijado, forcing a fantastic save from Joan Garcia.
Lucas Aijado has neglected his defensive duties entirely in the second half. As we said, the 30-year-old come through the youth system. This is his first start in the top flight for Oviedo, one club player. He was determined to get a goal against Barcelona tonight. I've been critical of his full-back play, but he's unlucky here. Shows enthusiasm. It's very late in the game. His team probably are beaten, but he's still fighting away, trying to get a goal.
Double substitution in injury time. Petri going off. Bernal coming on. Andreas Christensen replacing Marcus Rashford as well. And Bernal continuing on his road to recovery. Second substitute appearance for him of the season.
Got a midfield of De Jong, Bernal and Christensen now. Hansi Flick taking no chances. 2 holding midfielders, and one of those is a centre-back. Eric Bailly picking up the yellow card with an aggressive challenge on Lewandowski. Knee in the back, elbow in the back of the head of Lewandowski.
We're into the second minute of 5 added on at the end of the 90. It's a game that Barcelona look like they've wrapped up, and they are keeping up their average, extraordinary average of 3 goals a game. Now on over 3 goals scored a game so far, 19 in 6. And if this continues, they're going to rack up 115 goals this season. Let's see.
Just in the league.
Just in the league.
Yeah,
got 102 last season.
Add on those 19, the 2 at Newcastle, it's 21 in 7. So it is average 3 a game.
And it's firepower that can get you out of problems.
Oh, definitely. Unlikely scorers tonight, but you can Eric Garcia. Lewandowski started the game on the bench, and Araujo, who scores from a set piece. So it's not just predominantly the obvious players that score goals for Barcelona.
As we said, 9 different scorers this season. They had 16 different scorers last season. So yeah, Lewandowski, Rafinha and Ferran, even Lamine get the headlines in terms of goal scoring, but there are goals from all over the pitch in this Barcelona squad. De Jong. Barcelona seeing out this game before the Sunday night match against Real Sociedad, and next week a mouth-watering Champions League clash with PSG at Montjuic. The final game before the international break is away to Sevilla. See when they get Lamine Yamal back as well. They hopefully might have some minutes against Real Sociedad. Could be able to feature heavily against PSG.
Yeah, they're hoping Balde as well is a similar timeline in terms of his recovery. Massive blow for Gavi. Barcelona, he's going to be out for some while.
Oviedo on Monday night. They travel to Mestalla to take on Valencia. Valencia's side who are so difficult to beat in their own stadium. And Oviedo were always going to be outsiders to avoid relegation this season. A tough start. Only 3 points from a possible 18. It could be a long old campaign. As De Jong comes forward looking for Lewandowski, final player. And that is that. The Estadio Carlos Tartiere.